From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Well, what a day it was out there yesterday. Take a look at the storm totals. This is something we were talking about yesterday during the evening. And of course, we still had more showers to go through in the overnight hours before we could really tally everything up. And this is where we saw most of the rain, and as expected. Look at that, out in the Crescent City area, 5.29 inches. Smith River was even a little bit more than that. Look at Klamath, 7 inches, 3.56 in Trinidad. Eureka, 1.66, but you don't have to go too far from the center of town, and there was a lot more rainfall surrounding Eureka. 2 inches Fortuna, Redway, 2.74. Look at Willow Creek, 4.5 inches of rain, 3.5 in Hoopa, out towards Wairika, 2.84. So notice you head east, not as much, but even the valley. Now this is out in West Redding, 2.12. The thing is, I'm going to tell you about the totals. Right now, you're probably watching and Redding say, I saw a lot more than that, or I saw a lot less than that. Just depends on where you are. But based on what I saw here and some of the observations I saw, over 2 inches out in West Redding, probably more than that in some areas, probably less than that in others. All right, you head south, not as much, and of course not as much heading eastward. By the way, someone made a comment, we saw a bunch of snow, not rain. This is taking a look at the estimated rainfall or water equivalency of melting the snow down. These are not going to be exact, but just to kind of let you know that, yes, I realize you may have seen the snow, but this is just looking at the rain totals. We're not looking at snow just yet, but we'll take a look at that in a second. I do want to show you some images that many of you have shared, courtesy of George out in Blue Lake. There you can see, it looks like this is probably out in his property, and you can see the flooded area there. This is out in Crescent City, North Bank Road on Highway 97, 197 that is. There you can see, I mean, just right there coming up on the banks, you can see looks like a bit of a flooded roadway there as well. Old Arcata Road heading to Eureka. There, of course, you can see the flooded road there. This is a situation where I hope that car there is not going through the flooded road, because it's not a good idea to go through those flooded roads. This is out in the Humboldt County area. I believe you say the name is Moselle, but this is Jolly Giant Creek. And there, of course, you can see just really swelled up. So we saw a lot of flooding in many areas of the North Coast, and we still have flooding concerns here through the day and even into tonight. Despite the fact that the rain is gone, we still have a lot of runoff that comes down off the mountains, and we still see these creeks and streams and the rivers to continue to rise, unfortunately. So flooding will still be a concern here throughout the day today. All right, let's switch gears. Now we go from rain to the heavy snow. Look at this. Thank you, Sophia, for sending this in from Aiden. The kids enjoying making a snowman. That's always fun. This is out in Castella, courtesy of Josh Russell, that is. Look at the beautiful landscape there. You gotta love that. The big fluffy flakes, the trees getting covered in the snow. Coffee Creek, over a foot of snow here. Ashley Chandler, thank you for sending in that picture. That's in Trinity County. This is from Rob Ramshaw, of course, you know, from the Ace Hardware store in downtown Mount Shasta. A snowman on the trash can. Gotta love the creativity there. Look at the banks of the snow on the side of the road here. Saw anywhere from 6 inches to over a foot in Mount Shasta, depending on where you are and depending on your elevation. Lower Salt Creek, courtesy of Kimberly Garner. Look at that. The bridge out there, the lake. What a gorgeous sight. And I'm talking, you know, we did see snow. I mean, we can officially say we did see snow in the valley, right? But it was slushy. It didn't, of course, come anywhere near to accumulating in many areas, but there was some light slushy accumulation even in some of the lower levels in the Redding area. But overall, you have to go up a little bit higher, closer to 1,000 feet before you actually started seeing kind of the snow on the ground. All right, these are the unofficial snowfall totals coming in from you. Thank you all so much for responding for the pictures. If you didn't see yours, keep trying. I'd love to see your pictures. And of course, this also helped to give me the totals that you see here. Unofficial, McLeod, over a foot of snow. Coffee Creek, Dunsmuir, about a foot of snow. Now, Mount Shasta, as I mentioned, anywhere between 6 to 12 inches of snow. It just depends on where you were, right? Montgomery Creek, 7 inches. Altura, 6 to 7 inches. Christmas Valley in Oregon. I have people up in Oregon watching. Over 6 inches there. Castella, 5.6 inches. Lakehead, 5 inches. Depends on your elevation, probably. Shingletown, same thing. This is at 3,600 feet. I got a report of 3.5 inches. More than that heading into Upper Shingletown. Less than that heading into Lower Shingletown. Tule Lake, 3 inches plus. Bernie, 1 to 2 inches. And about a trace out at Bridge Bay, not to mention Whitmore. I want to thank everyone for responding to my Facebook post and sending your pictures and sending in your totals. It's a big help for me because it gives me an idea of what's going on, and then I can report that information out to everyone else, and everyone else can see what's going on too. So again, thank you, and keep them coming. All right, chain requirements this morning. This is early this morning, as of about 5 a.m., but you can still see some chain requirements out there, again, despite the fact that things have pretty much cleared out as far as rain and snow is concerned. When we look at the forecast road conditions, you can see it just gets better and better. So we're finally starting to see a quieter day for today, drier and slightly warmer into Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and chances for more rain next week. But I do expect to see higher snow levels with these storm systems for next week. So there you can see the storm moving on out. Things are clearing out, but we're still going to be looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies throughout the day today, but it is going to be dry. Look at that. No rain, no snow after a very active day yesterday. I mean, winds too were an issue. We saw gusts, and I didn't actually get a chance to really update those wind totals, but we saw gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour or near 60 miles per hour at the Wheat Airport. In the valley, especially south of Reading, over 30 miles per hour. And we also saw some gusty winds in many of the higher elevations as well. All right, so looking at futurecast going into your Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Many of you may have the day off. Maybe go out. It might be a bluebird day out there at Mount Shasta Ski Park. It should be a good day for it. Take you out to futurecast going into Tuesday. Now we're seeing another chance for rain. Now we're seeing snow in the mountains, but I think they'll probably be mainly above 4,000 or 5,000 feet. Here's the long range. And, it looks like we're going to keep it dry for around Wednesday, Thursday. But by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so the end of the week into next weekend, I think we could be looking at the potential of a few more storms coming in. But they're warmer. See where they're coming from? They're coming from the south and west. That's warmer air. That's where we see those higher snow levels. But looking pretty promising to see that wet weather out there, indicating the darker greens indicating better chances of seeing that above normal rainfall. But this is why we expect to possibly see those higher snow levels, because we've got that warmer air that is moving in with these storms. Wave heights, as we take into your Sunday, they are dropping. So that's good news if you need to be on a small boat. Even better news going into your Monday, wave heights dropping, but they'll probably increase again with Tuesday's storm system. Here's a marine forecast for today. North winds at 5 to 10 knots, waves from the west at 12 feet at about 14 seconds. There's a small craft advisory for today. Here's your neighborhood by neighborhood forecast. And we start off with Trinity County. Now, I do expect to see some fog, by the way, as we go into tomorrow morning. If we get enough clearing in many areas, I think we can see some very dense fog. And, tomorrow may even be one of those situations where there may be a lot of places within those mountain valleys and even the inland valleys that could get sucked in with fog for a good portion of the day. So we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens with that, but just be forewarned that we might be dealing with some fog out in Trinity County tomorrow, and not to mention going into some of the inland valleys as well. There are the showers Tuesday, a few showers on Wednesday, and then looks like by the end of next week, we see a chance for some more showers. Temperature of 54 for Klamath, 56 for Smith River, 55 for Trinidad. You're still going to be dealing with the flooding issues here for today, the flooded roads and creeks and streams and rivers too. There you can see Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. A lot of leftover snow from yesterday. If you're heading out to the Shasta Ski Park, I think you're going to have a good day. It's a little overcast, maybe a little on the cool side. But there you can see your Modoc County neighborhood forecast. It looks like we're going to see those snow levels much higher. See what I'm talking about? 5,000 feet. And then, of course, as we go on Friday, Saturday, maybe even higher, maybe upwards of 6,000 feet. Take you off to the eastern mountains for your Sunday. Looks like temperatures are going to be in the 40s. Looks like it's going to be another cool day out there today. Here's your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Haas Farms. Temperatures in the mid, maybe some upper 50s, but there you can see some of the cooler air in place. Now, we could see some fog in the morning, especially along the Sacramento River, but I think we could see some patchy fog tomorrow morning, especially in places like Chico southward. As you head north, I think maybe less in the way of fog, but still could see that chance for morning fog, otherwise mainly sunny skies on Monday. There are the showers on Tuesday. I think it'll be dry for Wednesday, Thursday, but look at today. Not a bad, we're finally kind of getting a break from the very active weather we did see. So looking at your 7-day outlook for Redding, there's your 7-day outlook. You can see the morning fog on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Hopefully many of you have the day off. Showers on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's dry. More showers by Friday and Saturday.